Introduced in 2012, this small electric car from Roewe quietly slipped onto the market and has had a relatively unassuming life on the streets of China, mostly in its hometown of Shanghai. Roewe are part of SAIC, who hold joint ventures with both VW and GM, and you can see that the last few years of learning have come to fruition. Roewe's current lineup includes fully electric SUVs and all hybrid sedans. The E50 is their first fully electric car, introduced in 2012 with a 47 kilowatt motor, a top speed of 75 miles per hour and a range of 110 miles. Pricing for the E50 back in 2012 was a hefty $37,000, but with government subsidies that shrunk to around $20,000. This is a 4-seat Supermini with bold ambitions and a concept car interior. One of the most remarkable things about this car is just how easy it is to drive. It's literally jump in, press the button and off you go. And it's almost like riding a go-kart. The tiny wheels, make it really easy to turn in a tight turning circle. And it's just easy, it's nice, it's pleasant, it's enjoyable. And the fact it only costs, £4,000 second hand now that's ridiculous, isn't it? Just do a quick UE now. And around we go. So the dashboard here is actually quite smart. It's very modern compared to some of the other Chinese electric cars, which have literally just got one dial and a little button saying if your battery is high or low, which is fairly terrible really. This has got a range indicator telling you how much charge is left in the battery, and it's not bad for a relatively cheap car. The cabin's actually very comfortable. I've got plenty of leg room. The back might be a bit tight for 6-foot adults, but in general, I'm very impressed with this. However, the stereo system, although it looks quite smart from the outside, it's not particularly good really. And this interior, obviously, being a rental car, is very tired looking, but it's minimalist, it's smart. This is restrained, this is modern, this is contemporary, this looks like a concept car. But you can buy it now in Shanghai and it's electric. So obviously there's literally no noise. There's a bit of noise from the brakes on this rental car because it's quite old. And obviously it looks fairly tatty from the outside as well. But you see these owned by people in Shanghai, and they're actually, very smart. It's the smart choice to make in Shanghai. Why pay £10,000 for a number plate when in fact you can get this with all the subsidies for around £15,000? That's fantastic. And so this, there you go, there's a tight turning circle right now. It's almost like a London taxi. It just turns on a penny. The one complaint I do have is that, unfortunately, this is only sold in China and production is fairly limited. I've only actually ever seen them in Shanghai. I know they're in a few other cities as well, but mostly in Shanghai. Roewe is based in Shanghai, and in actual fact not far from where I'm driving now. One of the smart things I really like about this car is that it looks good from the outside. It's, apart from the wheels, which are about the size of a 10p piece, it's actually a very good looking car. The back is well thought out, all the lines flow fairly smoothly, and it looks good, it looks modern, it looks contemporary. And this is from a car brand which bought the remnants of MG Rover back in 2005, 2006. And then in the last 10 to 12 years, they've absolutely turned it around and started developing their own electric cars like this. Now where's this guy going? Go past him. There's the acceleration, that's quite nice, quite speedy. So the car's not especially fast, it tops out around 70 miles an hour. And if you kept doing that, obviously the battery wouldn't last very long. But around town in Shanghai, where most of the speed limits are 40 kilometers an hour, this battery should last you 80 to 100 kilometers. Although this car is almost 5 years old, this showcased Roewe's electric ambitions. With a great little package, nice handling and go-kart steering, this little Roewe continues to be a modest sales success in China today. I love its aggressive looking front and lack of weirdness, which seems to be on most electric cars these days. This is a pure city car, and anyone who isn't shipping sacks of concrete around Shanghai should be driving one of these.